Right, it seems that we are live. Thank you very much for tuning in. So welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to Altcoin Analysis 04. I've got a big list here of coins from the community. I'm just going to go through them individually and have a look at some price analysis and have a look at some potential areas to buy and some potential areas to target going forward. So first up we have got Zilliqa, which we will start with. And we've been on quite a significant run over the course of the last, you could call it 3 or 4 months. We picked right up and we did it around, what did we, just shy of 10 cent there. So what I want to do is have a look at some potential areas to buy in. And I'm really going to start off from this bottom move here and have a look at where we could buy in. So if you look at this wick here, and we'll put the Fibonacci on, up to the current wick. Usually, if you're looking to invest in a project that's done quite a good rise, you look to target the 618 Fibonacci level. So there could be a good area to buy in if if the market does allow it. It's just, I mean, we dropped a fair bit down. We are starting to push back up now, but I do think that we could potentially come back down into this area. We also have a level of daily support down here, so the chances are we could come down and we could come wick into. If we can't fill any orders there, then we'll just copy that box as well. And we could potentially set some orders at a 382 level, which is 6.2 cents. So that could be the first area to buy. If it does start dropping through here, then target buys at the 618 level. But that's a bearish scenario, so that's places where you could invest. So we'll get rid of Fibonacci. If you're looking now to target some key areas, then this is the first major hurdle. We have some weekly resistance at 0.076 cents. So once we do start pushing up to here, that is the first key area to target. So what we need to do is close a daily candle above 0.076. Once we do close that daily candle above there, we probably have some levels of daily resistance in around there. I mean, you can mark that one up. If we look at that wick, we actually rejected off that wick and we rejected off it there. So that is a level of daily resistance. So we'll mark it up there. So there you could say that is the first level to target. Let's just see if that stream's working properly. See if if anyone hears me in stream, can you just make sure it's alright? Just move that mic out of the way. Let's have a look. I think it's working at a minute. Just checking Telegram. I think we're good. Right, let's carry on anyway. So that is 2 potential buy zones there. Everything's fine to me, cool. But yeah, so 2 potential buy zones, and then the first target to aim for is 0.076. Once we do close a daily candle above there, then we can start to target this daily level of resistance at around, you could call it 8.5 cents. So there are 2 levels to target. If we just look at Zilliqa in a BTC pairing, let's just get rid of that Fibonacci there. So what we're doing is looking for some potential areas to invest. As you can see, we've already done quite a significant retracement there. If we look at the zoom up to the top, we've already done a 68% retracement and we've come down to this weak level of support. We have broken through it a few times and bounced off this 0.786 level. If you're looking to invest, I would have some orders on this 786 Fibonacci around around 171 satoshis. So that is the first level. What we need to do though is start closing a daily candle above here. We've not closed one above it yet, but if this daily candle does close above 191 satoshis, 190 satoshis, then we can start targeting some higher levels. So that's Zilliqa in BTC and a USDT pairing. Next we'll go on to Polkadot. I've got that down here somewhere on the right. So Polkadot today has done an absolutely huge rise. I mean, other day when we dropped all the way down to, you could call it $7.13. But we have started to push up now and we are pushing back up towards these all-time highs. We pretty much got up to there and we have rejected off the area pretty much what we could call that $10.69, $10.70. So I think that's looking alright at a minute. What we need to do is though, is just have a look at some potential areas to invest. So again, we'll use a Fibonacci here. And we'll just draw it from the bottom of that drop up to that top current move. You're not targeting many wicks here. I mean, you've got 3 daily candles, but I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop right down into the 4 hour because it'll be better to target some areas. So if we put the fib on from bottom of the move to the top, really you could target some levels at 382. I think that could be a good area to buy. We've done quite a significant move up, rejected off all-time highs. So I do believe that here, if you've not got any Polkadot, could be a good area to buy in at the pretty much $9.32. So that is the first area to potentially buy in. So if we do lose that level though, then we might go down to a 786 level, $8.50. But the markets are starting to look quite bullish now. If we just copy that and we'll just put another box down here. If the market does allow, you might be able to potentially get some orders filled here, but it is quite bullish now. I mean, look at that for move. If we do a price percentage from the lows that we dropped to the other day up to the top, we've done a 49. You could go at 50% pump already. So pullbacks will happen. So I do think that potentially, if you're looking to buy some and have some orders in here at $9.32, that could be a good area to buy. So if we now switch it around, so that's the bearish scenario, and if you're looking to place some orders, then let's have a look at some potential targets going forward. Let's drop back to the daily time frame, and we're going to use some Fibonacci extensions here, and we'll go from the top of a move to the bottom of a move. So we'll go from this wick here all the way down to the bottom, and let's have a look at some of these fib levels here. I've already marked these 2 levels up in my Telegram group. We have $11.61, and then we have $12.82. So they are 2 levels to target once we do close a daily candle above this area. What's the stream saying? Can we do band? I'll add band to list as well. I've got a massive list here, so I'll try and get through them all. So yeah, they are the next 2 levels to target really. Once we do close a daily candle above all-time highs, then we've got $11.61, and then we've got $12.82. So that is 2 areas to target. I'm not going to look at any further extensions yet because they're way in future, and we do need to start closing above them levels. So that is buy zones and sell zones for Polkadot and USD pair. If we just look at the BTC pairings, I've already got a few levels marked up here. That's previous buy zones from last videos. Look at them. Them 2 areas hit to an absolute T. I mean, we got right down to 21,000 sats. We bounced off that 786 level, and now we're shooting up. So let's have a look at some potential new buy zones now that we have pretty much hit those and we've shot up. Again, we might just drop into the 4 hour time frame here, have a bit of a zoom in, and let's have a look at some potential buy zones from this wick up to the top. I think this is a key area here on this weekly support level. That could be a good area to put some buying. So that's 26,925 satoshis, and then we have that 382 level on Fibonacci. Could also be a good area to potentially buy if you are trading in BTC. With regards to a bit of a price target, then you've got to look at this next level here. The first major hurdle, 32,990 satoshis. Once we do close the daily candle above that, I've already got it marked down. I will be doing some further price analysis just solely on Polkadot on my channel. So they are some areas to target. So that's Zilliqa and Polkadot. Next on the list we have, what do we have? We'll do Vechain. I love your nose. Can I touch it? No, you can't touch it. Right, Vechain. So look at Vechain here. Again, I've already got the all-time highs marked up there, and I've got 2 levels of support down here. So we have the monthly level and a weekly level. What we need to do is potentially first have a look at some potential buy-ins. If we just drop into the daily, let's see what that's doing. We'll drop back to a 4 hour. So a 4 hour, what we're going to do is look for some buy zones. We also, this is going to be a key area here at pretty much 2.3 cent. That could be a good area to buy in if the market does allow. But if we just go from top to bottom, these areas around here, they are good areas to potentially put some orders in. So we have pretty much 2.2 cent and 2.3 cent. I do think that the chances out that we could come down there. You never know with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts shitting the bed again, we could drop down here, and then we could start popping up back up to all-time high. So that is a potential setup. That monthly level, we need to hold that level. If we don't, then we've got another level down here at the pretty much 2.1 cent. So that is potential areas to buy in Vechain. Next up, have a look at some targets. The ultimate target here is pushing up and breaking them all-time highs at pretty much 0.032160. Once we do close the daily candle above that, we can start putting some Fibonacci extensions on and ever looking at some key levels. There's a bit of a debatable subject with the all-time highs of Vechain, because it used to be then, and then they did a supply, I think it was, increase, and then the price also did a decrease. So things can be quite misty, but I'm sticking to what it says on CoinMarketCap and what it says on the Binance chart on TradingView. So that is my all-time highs. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you, but I do think that is the next area to target. Once we do start pushing up here, closing a daily candle above that, then we can go into some all-time high price discovery. So that is Vechain, potential buy zones. I'm not going to give a target yet until we breach all-time highs. I think that is the first major hurdle that we can pretty much look at targeting there. So if we just look at our BTC pair, as you can see, I've already got some levels marked up. We have hit that bottom one. That could be the potential bottom. If you look at all these wicks around here, what we're bottom at, 65 sats. We're starting to push up now. Honestly, you might be able to potentially put some more buy orders in this. Look how many times we've been trading in this area. So if you're looking to pick up some Vechain in a BTC pair, then potentially you could put some orders in at around 66 sats to cover your bases there. With regards to targets, I'm not going to put any on there yet until we start pushing up to this monthly resistance at 110 sats. Once we start pushing back up there, I can pretty much do some more analysis and have a look what we've got. So that's Vechain, Polkadot and Zilliqa. Next we have, let's just tick them off, ADA. Let's have a look at Cardano. I did a video on Cardano the other day. Just drop into the daily time frame. This was a buy zone. We've dropped all the way down into that and pushed up. So I'm going to get rid of that box now, because I think that might be pretty much done and dusted with that buy zone. We need to have a look at some potential buy zones on 4-hour time frame. Again, have a zoom right in. Have a look at some levels we can target. The main level here, we've got that monthly support at pretty much 24.2 cents. Let's just have a look at Telegram, see what's going on there. Yeah, it's working alright, cool. So potential buy zones here, I think you ought to target pretty much 27 cent here. If you've not got in already, I think this could be a good area. 382 level, 27.5 cent. I've not got any Cardano. If I were looking to buy some, I think I would pretty much target some areas there. Everything is reliant on what BTC does. If BTC starts to drop and altcoins start pushing, then these Satoshi pairs are going to start flying. So hopefully BTC, even if it goes sideways, I'm happy if BTC stays at 35k now and then starts pushing all altcoins up. That's what we're looking for really. So back to Cardano, potential buy zone there at 27.5 cent. If we do lose that level, we have a 618 level down at 25.7 cent. And then we have some monthly support all the way down at 24 cent. But the markets are looking quite bullish today, and we needed this recovery. I think every man and his dog were sending this down further. I had so many calls for 20k and fucking 4k, when in reality it's not going to happen, is it? You need to target some of these levels. We have bounced up and it is starting to look good now. So that is some potential buy zones. With regards to price targets, the first target is here, this weekly resistance at 33 cents. Once we do close the daily candle above there, we can then start targeting some monthly resistance up at 41 cents. So that is potential buy zones there, and then 2 areas to target. What I'm going to do is, once we start breaking this area at 33 cents and pushing up to the monthly resistance, then I'll do some more analysis up there, because I think we've got a lot more key levels to mark up. If we just zoom right out and have a look at a weekly, we've still got a lot of headway above us. We've got a lot of ground to make up from the previous all-time highs back in 2018, I believe it was. Look at all-time high, all the way up at $1.40. So we've got a lot of headroom to make up there. So that is Cardano. That's 2 there. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat. Are you bullish on DOT? Yes, I'm very bullish on DOT. We've got parachains coming out this year, so that's massive, a massive concept for them. Can you do a big price prediction video for this next bull run? Yeah, I'll add that to the list. I'll try and do that. What's your percent allocation in BTC? I'm pretty much all in altcoins now. My altcoin portfolio has been topped up. If I just quickly show you the BTC dominance chart, and I'll drop into the weekly time frame. This is what I set up to pretty much show people what you need to do in an alt run and a BTC run. So I've pretty much called this area as the top for BTC, so 73.5%, 74% there. I've pretty much holding all altcoins now, so what I'm planning to do is hopefully see what happened back in 2017 and dominance drop all the way down here. Once dominance starts to turn around and starts pushing back up like it did then, what I'm going to do is then potentially sell a good fair portion of my altcoins into BTC, and then ride that BTC wave back up, and hopefully rinse, repeat, and just keep doing that. As long as this type of cycle stays intact, and I do think that is what I'm going to aim to do. Obviously taking profits off the board on the way down, because remember it could come down to him and just pop back up, so taking profits is key. Next up on the list from the community is Sparta. A lot of you might not have heard of Sparta. It's been a fairly new coin. It's a little bit like that Synthetics blockchain, but so that's the Ethereum base. This is built on the BSC chain, which is the Binance chain. So let's have a little bit of a zoom out. Bearish scenario first. Have a look at some potential areas to buy in. I've not got any support levels marked up in it because we've just not quite got the amount of data available. So we'll take this bottom wick up to the top. If you're looking for potential buy zones, target this 618 all down here, and that's pretty much in BNB. So this is against Binance coin 0.004940. I think that could be a good potential level to buy in if the market does allow. So we'll leave that on there. I'll come back to that at some point. With regards to predictions, you got to pretty much target the round numbers here. We have, I'm not sure what they're called, Binance small coin parts. I mean, shall we just call them sats just for the shits and giggles? So I mean, that would be your initial target there. You need to target round numbers in crypto, and so that could be the first target. You could call them 10,000 mini fucking Binance coins, something like that. That'll do. So that's the first target. Once we do start pushing up to those levels, remember this is a fairly new coin. We've only got data back to September last year. So once it starts pushing up, I do believe that we can start identifying some more levels. But we do need some more data. Perfect scenario is this. Drop down into 618 level, and then pop back up and start targeting that first target at 0.01, whatever it is. I'm going to actually need to find that out, see what it is in BNC. So that's Sparta. I'll take that off the list. Next, I've got Nimik. I've never done any price analysis on Nimik, but we'll take it for what it is for now. When did we got data? We got data back to again September last year. This is on Qcoin. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Hi Andy, $1 to Vechain by end of 2021. Easy mate, easy peasy. And that's it so far. Hey up Pinky, how you doing mate? Right, so let's have a look here. Potential buy zones for Nimik. We'll drop into a 4-hour here and see what's going on. Right, this is that dump that we had the other day, so let's have a look at targets and buy zones. I've not got any support and resistance levels on, because otherwise if I did that on this video it would take me forever. So if you're looking to buy in, potential areas are here at 382. I think 382 levels and 618 are my favourite areas to target. They always seem to hit. I don't know why, but Fibonacci just seems to be king, and they always do seem to hit, so let's just get rid of that. Control C, Control V. So that is 2 levels to target there. So you have pretty much, that's against Theta, you have pretty much 0.0056, and then on the 618 level you have 0.0051899. So there are 2 levels that you could potentially buy in if the market does allow, and if the market does end up swinging around. With regards to a bit of a, oops, we'll undo that, sorry, leave that level on, get rid of fib. With regards to targets going forward, these are pretty much all-time highs I'm taking. I've not got this is only the Qcoin chart, so I'm guessing that might be all-time highs, but you've got to pretty much again target around numbers here. First target though, if you're looking to sell or looking to accumulate, then this is the first area target here. Once we do start popping up to that level, then you could potentially sell, have a look at some new areas to invest in, and see if it comes down and starts popping back up. So that's Nimik against Theta. I'm not going to do it against BTC, but there's some potential areas to buy in on them. So let's have a look. Next, Nimik done, ADA done. Injective protocol. I've heard quite a lot about this recently. I have done a price analysis video on that, I believe, recently. Let's have a look. Injective USDT. That's the last bit of analysis was done, and ever since then it's popped back up. So we'll get rid of that TA there, what we've done. Let's have a look at some buy zones down here. It looks like we've pretty much been up to all-time highs at $5.85. So let's have a look where we can target for some buy zones. Let's get a fib on. This level down here, all the way to the top. Let's have a look. We've started to pop down a little bit now, so 382 level. $5 on my nose could be a good area to target there. But let's just flip that fib round and have a look at some targets we can go over, because we've got no levels of resistance back up here. If we just go from top to bottom. Next target pretty much is there. We'll mark it up as the horizontal ray. 618 level at $6.41. We'll get rid of the fib. That is a first target there for Injective protocol. If we do start pushing up to there and we break above that, then I'm going to do some more price analysis, because I did some analysis around 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it was down here. I was looking for an entry. I think we must have been targeting this level down here at $3.30. Didn't quite make it, and then it's popped back up, so it's looking good. If you zoom out and look at that, that is a solid uptrend. I'm not a massive fan of uptrends, but trend lines, but you can see that's a solid trend there. That's just going to keep going, in my opinion, and target those next levels. So I've marked it up as inch, but that's going to be first target. So there's a first target on there. How's the chart going? I don't understand all these charts. I'm just waiting for ZIL and Theta to reach a certain price. Yep, it's going to absolutely fly at some point. I think Zilliqa and Theta's done an absolutely massive ride. Let's just have a look at Theta while we're on that subject. Or Theta. I've been absolutely hammered for pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, so very what 2 buy zones I had. We've absolutely smashed through them. We've done quite a big retracement really. If you just look at the price from the highs up to the low. 41% retracement is quite a significant amount, that. So what I need to do is just have a look at some potential buy zones. As you can see, that red line was my target last time, so get rid of that. Looking for potential areas to buy in. There's no levels in between here. We've not got a ton of data in this area, because I mean, if you go back to 31st of December, we shot up to all-time highs then, so we've only got around 2 weeks of data up at these levels. That was all-time highs there at $2.51. My first target was $2 and absolutely blew through that. So buy zones for Theta, if you are looking, or for Theta, or Theta, or I'll pronounce it right one day. There's your levels, pretty much $2 on my nose. That could be a good area to buy in. And if it comes down lower, then you've got $1.89 to pretty much target there. So that's Theta, and if we just look at the BTC pairings, that has been absolutely destroyed. That TA is now irrelevant. We've popped up. That was a buy zone. I marked it up earlier on, and it's pretty much hit that area and shot up. So it's looking good against the BTC pairs. Pretty much 58,000 satoshis at minute. Next target is to pretty much clear this area of all-time highs up at around 7,700. Once we do start pushing up above there, then I do think that things will start to look nice and tasty. So that's Theta. API free. If you've got any requests, just drop them in the comments, and I will try to get to them on this video. I've got about another 6 to go through them, and I'll have a look at some requests in the comments. API free. That is against Tether. Just dropped to a daily. I don't think we've got a ton of data for this either. A lot of these projects are fairly new. There's so many new projects this year. I mean, look at that. We've only got data back to December. So that's I've got pretty much 5 weeks of data to work with there. So I'm going to have to go into the smaller time frames. Let's have a look at 4 hour. No, that's crap. 1 hour. Yeah, that might do a little bit better. I don't personally hold this, and I've not actually looked into this project before. So let's just have a look at some potential buy zones here. Shall we go from that bottom? No, we'll go from this bottom here. So if you're looking to invest, usually the 618 level is king, but I think 382 is going to be good here. Target some levels at pretty much $2, $2.05. That could be a nice area to buy. As you can see, things don't just keep going up. It's going to retrace at some point. It could eventually pop. I mean, there's not a ton of data areas. That's the hourly time frame. It's not been bought up too much. The RSI is going pretty. It's pushing up towards overbought, but it's on the hourly, so it doesn't really matter that. So that is a potential buy zone at $2.53. So we'll mark it off. That's API free. Target wise, you've got to look at the all-time highs really. I think that'll be all-time highs where we're double topped. Just mark that up. That's the initial major target. Once we do start pushing up there, if you jump into my Telegram, give me a shout and I'll do some more analysis once we start pushing back up against that pretty much $2.90. I think $3 is the ultimate target. Look, we've been higher. Oh, that's the all-time high there. $3.43. So that is the first target, breaking above this double top that we closed, and then we can start pushing on. So that is API 3. How's the comments doing? I came because I'm in DOT. I've just done DOT earlier. For just go back to DOT a second. Have I got them levels marked up? I had some levels of investment pretty much marked up on the daily time frame. I think it might be the 4 hour actually. So there were two levels to buy on DOT, $9.32 and $8.49. If the market does allow, we've already rejected off the all-time high, so potentially we might come down to this 382 level at $9.30, $9.32. I think it could be a good area to place some buy orders and hopefully pick up some cheaper vet than current prices. DOT. Next, let's have a look at, I'm not looking at XRP. No, I'm not looking at it because that's an absolute mess at the minute. Band protocol. Let's have a look at Band. I've got this saved in my favourites somewhere down here. Might be at the top. I've used to do quite a bit of analysis on Band. I was holding a bit, but I sold it. This list is too big. Let's search it. Band USDT. I must have it on this list. Give me a shout if you can see it. Come on, where are you? Can't find it. We'll put a different one in. USDT. We'll go for Huobi. There we go. So this is the 4 hour time. We'll drop into the daily. Potential buy zones, really. I've not got any support and resistance marked up. We've got data back to August last year. So there's a fair amount. August last year is when pretty much had the DeFi boom and everything absolutely popped. So that's a good area to target eventually, going back up to all-time highs. What did we hit? We've got $19. Wow, that was absolutely mega. So let's have a look at some potential buy zones, and let's have a look on the 4 hour time frame. We're starting to move up a bit, which is good, but what we're looking for is some potential buy zones down here at the 382 level. So if you're looking to buy, personally, I would target $8.25. What are we currently priced at minute? $9. So potentially we might come back down there. And let's just drop this down here at the 618 level. We've had a fair bit of trading within around this area, so if you're looking to invest, the 618 level could get filled at $7.76. So that could be a good area to target to buy in on Band. But you just need to monitor a market. I mean, we're in quite uncertain times now. It's all a big hoo-ha. What Bitcoin is going to do? Is it? Well, I mean, what we're doing now, we're pushing on Bitcoin. It's at $36,000. Ethereum's $1,100. I'm looking for us to break out. If I just look at Ethereum BTC, just drop right out into a weekly time frame. I marked this up on the Ethereum BTC chart. We have broken out of this pretty much downward downtrend that's been there pretty much since August of last year. We have broken out this area. If we do start pushing and closing above pretty much 0.037, could go at 37,000 satoshis on Ethereum. Once we break out of there, I honestly think that it's going to be boom time, and it should ignite alt season, hopefully. So that is a little bit of a spin on alt season and the potentials. So, right, that is what was that project I've just done? Band. So that's Band done. Potential sell buy zones. Do we have any targets? Let's have a look. Well, the first target is there, trying to break above that daily candle that was $11.47. So I'll mark that area up there. That's quite a key area. Once we do start pushing up there, then we can do some more analysis and have a look at higher targets. So potential buy zones there at $8.25, and if the market does allow, we've got $7.76. And then the first target is $11.42. Once we do push above that, I'll do some more price analysis. I'm overdue doing a price analysis video for Band, so I will jump into a separate one for that at some stage. Just quick check on my comments. Where do you see VGX going short term? Are we overextended and coming back down, or ripping to newer highs? I think we're going to rip to newer highs. If we just look at VGX, let's look for my fucking massive list here somewhere. It's BQX, isn't it, on Binance. Let's have a look where we are. So the first target I've got here is $1 on my nose. That is quite a good target to have. I mean, look at that. That was pure consolidation and perfect buy zone. I never bought any. I was looking at it for a while, but I'm spread thin as it is now enough, so I didn't want to push out into another project. So I'm thinking I'm holding about 10 or 11 already, so I just didn't want to push out. But I do think that the first target is going to be absolutely smashed. What was the all-time highs? If we just look at coin market cap a second. VGX. I think it was a lot higher, was it? All-time highs down here. Oh, $10 it was, so we're 92% down from that, so that's a long way to go. So $1 is the first target. Once we do start pushing above there, we can identify some new targets. But I've marked a buy zone here up on my daily support level at 67 cents. I think that could be a good area to buy. But we just need to monitor price and monitor what Bitcoin does, because if that has another shit your bed scenario, then I think it could start bringing other coins down with it. Let's check on my comments. Ren GRT link. I've got some GRT actually. I've not done an analysis on that yet. How high do you think Zilliqa will go eventually? I think we're going to all-time highs. I really do. I think 23 cent was in 2018 in around May, I think it was, and there wasn't much going for a project back then. Now we've got so much in place. We've got custodial staking where there's a lot of the supply locked up now. What are we currently priced at Zilliqa? Let's have a look. Zilliqa, we're currently 6.8 cent to all-time highs. It's I mean, it's still a fair chunk, but I think all-time highs will be. And in the next coming bull run, I honestly think it can hit pretty much 75 cents to $1. I think that's a first pretty much reasonable estimate. Long term, I think it's going a lot higher, but we just need to monitor it, and hopefully we get quite a good run this year that will start pushing us up a bit higher. So that's Zilliqa. I'll just touch back on that. RSR, yeah, I'll have a look at RSR. I'll probably do another 2 or 3 projects. I'll only be going half an hour. I'll do another 20 minutes. Let's have a look. RSR USDT. This was the buy zone I marked up on a previous video. Pretty much 3 cents. We bounced up off that and then we popped back up. On that dump the other day, we did drop down to 3 cents. You could call that a nose, and we've pretty much popped back up. So if you're looking for some new buy zones on RSR, to be honest, I could do with picking some more up. So 4 hour. I would actually love to pick some more up. So let's have a look at some areas you could buy. I'm not getting any support and resistance levels up here. This was the all-time highs up here, so we've not got much data in and around here. We've only got data back to pretty much beginning of month, so what's that, 2 weeks, if that. With regards to buy zones, let's have a look. What have I put on here? Where's the fib gone? Move that back down to here. So having a look at some potential areas to invest. We've got the 382 level at 3.7 cent. We're currently at 4 cent on the nose. We're currently, so that could be a good area down here to buy some, set some orders in this area at 3.7 cent. If we do lose that level, I don't know what the controller's doing there. If we do lose that level, then we've got a 618 level down at 3.4 cents. So that could be another good area to buy in down at those levels. So that is 2 potential buy zones. With regards to a target, we've got to break above all-time highs first. I think that is the first major hurdle. Once we do break above all-time highs, then it's in price discovery, and we can start pretty much pushing forward and using some extensions. If we just put one on for now, we'll go from top and move to that move there. You could really look at the next target being pretty much 6 cent, is that 5.9 cent? That could be the first level to target once we do break above all-time highs. All-time highs was 0.049 cent. So once we do push above there, you could say that is the first target, but you also got to pretty much aim at round numbers. So you could say in and around the area could be the first target, but you could push it up to around 6 cent. I think 6 cent would be a good target. And 5 cent, to be honest, 5 cent here, we didn't quite make it. We rejected just below 5 cent, but that is the next level there to target really for me. If we just look at in a BTC pairing, as you can see, we broke out of this downtrend here and we popped back up. So if you're just looking to, we'll get rid of that now because that is invalid. If you're looking to potentially put some buy zones in Satoshis, I mean, we've already wicked to 382 level at 103 sats. if BTC makes a good move, then you've got to target 86 Satoshis for some buy-ins. I'm not currently trading in BTC. That will start happening once we've got a full-blown alt season. I can then sell my altcoins into Satoshi. So that is RSR in a BTC pair and a USDT pair. Theta, I've already done that. I'm not going to run into Theta Fuel. Avax, let's have a look, see if I've got that on my list. I'm not doing a TA on this either. Avax USDT. This again, we don't have too much data. This on the daily time frame. We got back to September. We've done quite a significant rise. What are we from all-time highs? Let's have a quick look. I think it's Avalanche, isn't it? Yeah, Avax rank 50. Didn't realise it was right high. $7.80. All-time high was $8.20. So we're not a million miles off that now. So the chart must be telling the truth one. So that was an all-time high around there. So that is the first major target really. We'll just mark it up as I was on already from there. So that's the first target, but we're not even that far away from it. Let's drop into 4 hour. If you're looking to invest, yeah, you could say that. Let's drop that on. We'll drop fib on from the bottom of that move there up to the top. We've already dropped down into these areas once, so the chance that we may not come back down, but if you're looking to invest in this area, 382 levels of king, $7.28. That could be a good area to buy if the market does allow. But this is I've not been trading this, so I'm not sure what the volume's like on it. Let's see, look on Binance what volume's saying. We're getting pretty much $100 million per 24 hours, so that's quite a significant amount. So one sale could bring this right down, and you could pretty much even target some buys down here. The 618 level at $6.69. So there are 2 potential buy zones. With regards to a bit of a target, all-time highs is the first target here at $8.24. Once we do start pushing above that, we can have a look at some new targets. We're not even that far from all-time highs, to be honest. What did it say? 5% down. So I think once we do start pushing above there, if you give me a shout in my Telegram group, if you are not in my Telegram group, by the way, it's Crypto Troops. You'll find the link in the description below the video. So join my Telegram group. If you have any alts or anything you'd like me to check some pricing else out, then jump into my group. So that is Avax. DNT, I've had quite a lot of interest in DNT recently. I've done quite a few videos and they've done well. I think it got pumped and dumped as well the other day, which were funny to see. So I had some buy zones down here. Look at they have hit perfect on that weekly support level down at 0.086. So we'll get rid of that now. I think those levels are done and dusted. And let's have a look at some new buy zones if you're looking to get some DNT. So we'll take it from the bottom here, that move. Fibonacci retracement, by the way, if you're looking to pretty much target some areas to invest, you look for the most, pretty much the start of the move there. So I take the wick to wick. Some people do it body to body, but if you do it from wick to wick, you harvest more data for the Fibonacci to check. So if you look here from this top to there, look how perfect to hit that 618 level there. Absolutely hit it to a T. So I mean, you could say that buy zone has already been taken up, but I would still target some buys in this area. I think that we've got a good level of support at 11 cents, and then we have the 618 level at pretty much 10.8 cents. So they could be good levels to buy in. What we need to do though today is close a daily candle above this monthly resistance. If we do close a daily candle above this, then we can start to target some new levels up here at 17 cents. There's not much in between here. This again was an all-time high very recently. Look at that for a move there. That was absolutely ridiculous. Take that wick up to top. Over the course of, when was that? January, so 2 weeks, we've done a 456% move, and profit taking has pretty much hammered it all the way down to weekly support. I mean, it's popped back up. Looking to buy, I think this could be pretty much a good area. 11 cents on my nose. Put some orders there and then potentially ride it up. If it does break above here, and then that is the first target at 17 cents to look at. So let's a quick look at the chart, see what's going on there. Plutus, I'm actually holding some Plutus. I don't believe it's on. I don't think it's on TradingView yet, but it's on here. Delete all that shit. Plutus. We'll have a look at against USDT. Let's have a bit of a zoom in. Look at that. We was up at $55 at one point on Plutus. I think that's a wrong Plutus, is it? Yes. Plutus USD, that's the one. So we've been up to $55 before. That's not even the right one either. That's Pluton, isn't it? Pluton USD. That's the right chart. So this has not got the entire amount of data from previous. If we just, where's it got? It's been up to $34. On CoinMarketCap, it's been up to $54. What you need to, I've actually bought some recently. I've got a nice stack now. This is a low cap. It's like around, I don't know what is the market cap currently. Plutus. $4.6 million. That is a low cap. So I think at these levels are good. It's been to $55, and I do think now is a good time to buy. I've picked a nice stack up, and I think I'm going to try and potentially target some more. I'm looking to get a nice stack to hold on to. If we just look at potential buy zones, if you're looking to get some Plutus, it is on CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look at its 4 time move. If you're looking to buy in, I mean, we've already done pretty much a 61% retracement to the nose. If you look at that there, we have hit this area a couple of times, so I think the chances are that you will fill some orders. What's my fib doing? Change the digits to the right hand side. Labels are right. There we go. So that was the area, $5.19. If you're looking to get some Pluton, then I do think that you can target this level here. The chances are you may fill some orders at $4.80, so have some in. It might wick down and you might get lucky there. So that is Pluton. Dropping back to his chart. What else we got? I think I'll do 2 more. If anyone's got any in the comments, just drop me one more, and I'll do one off my list. So I've got Sushi. Let's see if Sushi's on trading view. Sushi, Tether, Binance. That's what we use that chart. I'm not doing a TA on this before, so bear with me. We don't have a ton of data as well because it's a fairly new project. I'm not sure if that was all-time highs or the Binance scam wick that it starts with. But we'll just have a look at current prices now. Have a look at some potential areas to buy in. As you can see, we are in an uptrend currently. If you want to have a look at some potential buy zones, let's have a look at this move here. Take that bottom wick up to the top. 382 level could be a good area to buy there at $4.26. I think that could be a good area to target if you are looking to buy Sushi. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of some of these DeFi projects and some of these DEXs. I think it's been a bit crazy. I mean, Sushi was pretty much a start of it, and then it was all the food coins. There was all sorts: pizza coin, burger coin, chuffing, pancake swap, cake, dog shit coin. There's bloody all sorts coming out, and it's been a bit ridiculous really, that DeFi sector with all the food coins. But personally, I'm not looking into Sushi. I mean, if you were looking to buy, I think this could be a good level down here, and then we have a 618 level at $3.85. So there are some potential areas to buy in if you are looking. I'm not going to give any targets really because I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. If you're looking for some price targets, then you would look at some of these areas around here, but I'm not going to. $5 probably first one. We're very, very close to $5. We're wicked up to it there on 9th of Jan, so that's probably first target breaking above $5. Yeah, I know. It is Pluton, but it's just me being thick as well. I've actually got some Pluton. So Vechain. I've already run over Vechain. If you just watch this, 1 message per 60 seconds is like super slow. Yeah. Well, it stops all scammers flooding it. What am I looking at? Vechain. Let's run over Vechain lastly again. This is what I've had marked up. I dropped that into a 4-hour time frame, and I marked a potential buy zone on this this monthly support at 2 point, you could call that 2.2, 2.3 cents. So that's a buy zone. If it does allow to come back down there, then I think we're going to pop and start pushing back up towards them all-time highs. So I do think that that is a potential setup on Vechain. So I think that's going to do it for today's video. I've run over quite a few projects there. I will be doing this type of video at least once a week now. Altcoin analysis, this was number 4, so from now on I'll try and do it once a week. I'll put a tweet out a few days before and put a message in my Telegram group what what you want me to cover, and then I will run over them in the live stream. So thank you very much for watching. That's going to do it for today's video. Please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.